Our topic in this video will be about subtraction. What is subtraction? Subtraction means taking away. Subtraction makes something less than what it was. The sign that represents subtraction is called the minus sign. This is how the minus sign looks. Let's begin. This is the first equation that we will be looking at. Let's read the equation. 3 minus 1 equals what? There are 1, 2, 3 cherries. The wind came and it blew away one of the cherries. So now there are 1, 2 cherries remaining. So the equation 3 minus 1 equals 2. The answer is 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 watermelons. We ate 1, 2 of those watermelons. So there are now 1, 2, 3, 4 watermelon remaining. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Sandy wants to pick some mangoes. The tree has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mangoes. She picks the first one. So now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 mangoes. She picks the second one. So now there are 1, 2, 3 mangoes. She picks the third one. So now there are 1, 2 mangoes. She picks the fourth one. And she also picks the fifth one, leaving 0 mangoes on the tree. She takes her mangoes in her basket and goes away. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mangoes on the tree. If you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 5 mangoes, you will have 0 mangoes remaining. 5 minus 5 equals 0. Any number taken from itself leaves 0. Now let's look at another one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mangoes. We will take nothing from these 5 mangoes. So 5 minus 0 equals 5. When 0 is taken from any number, the number remains the same. This is because 0 means nothing. Nothing was taken away. So the amount remains the same. I hope that you are learning the subtraction lessons. If it is that there is anything at all that you're not understanding, please stop and replay this video.
When you subtract, you take away, and always get less. When you subtract, you get the the difference. When there's subtraction anytime, you always see the minus sign.
Now get your book and pencils out. Pause this video, write the questions down, answer them, and we'll get back when you're through. Welcome back! Now these are the answers to the questions you just did. Pause this video, compare the answers, mark them, and I hope you got everything correct. What are the parts that makes up a subtraction equation? There are three parts that makes up a subtraction equation. First, we have the minuend, a quantity or number from which another should be subtracted from. 2, we have subtrahend, a number that is to be subtracted from minuend. 3, we have the difference, the result of subtracting one number from another. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 3 is the minuend, 1 is the subtrahend, and 2 is the difference. That's the answer. 5 minus 2 equals what? Minuend, subtrahend, and difference. Let's find the difference using the working out method. First, we have the minuend, the subtrahend, the minus sign, and the answer goes there. This is the difference. 5 minus 2 equals what? So we have the 5, the minus, the 2, and we have 5 mangoes. We take away 2. So the answer is 1, 2, 3. So the difference is 3. Always remember your minus sign. So this is how the working out column should look. I hope that you are learning and understanding the method that we use to calculate subtraction. If it is that there is anything at all that you're not understanding, please stop this video and replay so you'll be able to understand. But if you do understand, then let's continue.
When you subtract, you take away and always get less. When you subtract, you get the difference. When there's subtraction anytime, you always see the minus sign.
Let's look at subtracting two-digit numbers. 25 minus 14 is, now this is how you would write it. This is how a two-digit column should look. 25 minus 14. Now, we always work starting with the outer column, and this column is called the ones column. So we have 5 stones. We take away 4. So now there is only 1 stone. The working out isn't finished yet. We still need to do the other column. Now this column is called the tens column. Here we have 2 minus 1. So there are 2 stones, We used 1. So now there is only 1 stone remaining. So if you should look, the answer is 11. The answer is the difference. The answer is 11. Let's look at another question. 48 minus 38 equals what? How our two columns should look, tens and ones. 48 minus 38 equals what? So we have the 48, or minus sign, and 38. We always begin in the ones column, so 8 minus 8 is 0. Any number taken away from itself is 0. But we're not through as yet. We need the tens column. So 4 minus 3 equals 1. The answer is 10. 10 is the difference. I do hope that you're understanding the workout method for subtraction using the columns. If it is that you don't understand, please stop and replay this video. But if you do understand, then let's continue.
When you subtract, you take away and always get less. When you subtract, you get the difference. When there's subtraction anytime, you always see the minus sign.
Let's practice writing numbers in the column. This is how our two-digit column should look, tens and ones. The number we're using is 19. 9 is in the ones column, so we put it under the 1. The number 1, that's in the tens column, so we put it under the tens. Let's look at another one. 60. The outer number is 0, so this should go under the ones column. And then 6 should go under the tens column. Let's look at something else. The number 11. We have 1 in the outer column, so that should go under the ones. And then the other number, which is 1, this should go under the tens column. Now this number is the number 8. This is one digit. That means this should go under the ones column. The tens column has nothing there, so we can leave it like that, or we can put a 0 there. So 08 is the same as 8. 01 is the same as 1. 00 is the same as 0. I do hope that you're learning how to write these numbers correctly in the tens and ones column. If it is that you do not understand, please stop this video and replay. But if you are, then let's continue. Now take a look at this question. 30 minus 14. If you do look in the ones column, 0 minus 4. Now 4 cannot be taken from nothing, so we need to borrow. But where do we borrow? Well, if you look over at the tens column, you will see that there is a 3. We can borrow a 1, but only a 1. So if you have 3 blocks and you take away 1 block, you only have 2 blocks remaining. So where you had the 3, you would need to replace it with 2. The 1 that you borrow, you would take that and carry it over to the ones column, right beside the 0, and that would make it 10. So 10 minus 4. Now we're able to take away. So you have 10 blocks. You take 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks left. You put the 6 under the ones column. Now the tens column, 2 minus 1. Take away that 1 block, you only have 1 remaining. So that 1 goes under the ones column. The answer is 16. Now this one says 25 minus 17. You cannot take 7 from 5, so we would need to borrow from our neighbor. So where there is a 2 over at the tens column, we would need to take 1 from that. Taking 1 would only leave 1, so you would replace that 2 with a 1. Now where would you put the other one? Right beside that 5, of course. Now that would be 15. So 15 blocks. We take 7 blocks from that 15 block. That leaves us with 8 blocks. And at the tens column, that's 1 minus 1. Now any number taken away from itself would equal to 0. So 1 block, take away that 1 block. The answer is 0. So looking at the equation, the difference between 15 and 17 is 0, 8. 0, 8 is the same thing as 8. Please get your book and your pencils. Pause this video, write these questions down, practice them, and come back when you're finished. Welcome back. This is the answer to the question previously given. Please compare, mark, and I hope you got everything right. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Subscribe, like, and share this video.